Nice to see everybody here. Last night I was scratching my head. What am I going to say to this group? My general job is going to the different countries that we service with our products, training the sales teams in the UK, Germany, Australia, Poland, and emerging markets, and talking to doctors, clinics, and convincing them to prescribe our products. And I got off the plane here not really understanding what the Thailand market was. And so ultimately, I went outside. There was hundreds of dispensaries. And I realized very quickly, there is nothing for me to sell here. It's a full-blown recreational market, reminiscent of California 15 years ago, New York a year ago. And ultimately, I had to work with the marketing team all night to prepare something a little bit more, let's say, appropriate for this group. So what I'm going to show you is, and I'll make a bold statement, this is something that you're never going to see for quite a while in the medical global cannabis market, and that's Somaí Pharmaceuticals. This is my 16th project I built. Today, the news will come out. I just bought another grow facility in Portugal. I bought a lot of facilities over the course of my time and mergers. And so what is this? What does Somaí look like? Somaí is a manufacturer. We have 86 products of cannabis in stability or out of stability or coming out of stability, with 20 more on their way just this quarter. We're talking over 100 products of extracted cannabis products that Somaí has produced for the global markets around the world. And it's EU GMP. It means I could take that product anywhere. I can even take it to the US through different programs in universities. There's 55 pharmacists working there that produce these products. It's a very professional team out of Portugal. Even the vice chairman, ex-vice chairman of Intervent, our regulatory agency, works for me. When you go inside, this is a box within a box. These are pharmaceutical clean rooms, typical you're going to see of any global manufacturer. The only difference is size and equipment and investment. So you have three primary, secondary packaging room. These are sized for a global market. Right now we have level 1 packaging equipment and secondary packaging equipment in there. That's enough to supply the entire global market in 1 month of production in my facility. So clearly it has to grow, but the rooms are designed for level 2 and level 3 size equipment. There's even room to expand to add more rooms, and actually that space there will be the new edible line coming up probably by the end of the year. When you go inside, typical pharma. Extractor runs 80 kilograms a shift. We've run 3,000 kilograms of dry flower this year. We have not only cryoethanol, but we also have hydrocarbon. Everything we do is single strain. It requires full bud flower, not your trim. This is so that it can get into markets like Germany, which require that. It's not that coming from the US markets, we're not aware of the fact that trim is our most used product when we make extracts, and they make great extracts. However, you're not going to get into all countries if you don't do single strain and you don't do full flower, which means we buy at minimum 240 kgs per order, because that's the minimum run. So you need a large grow to service these with multiple different strains, and we have multiple deals with people around the world. We take the product, we can purify it, we pull our terpenes out before we extract it, we can end up purifying it later and reintroducing them. I can make my minor cannabinoids more or less look the same from the last batch through this machine. I definitely can make all the THC and CBD levels look exactly the same. This is what's required in pharmaceutical markets, 10% standard deviation. It's something that's hard-coded, however, not always achieved. when I first came to Europe, I said to myself, what am I drinking and what are they smoking over here? And I was trying to scratch my head and figure out why their medicines tasted so bad. And I took a look and I was like, I realized really quickly, they're just putting everything in the kitchen sink into it. No care, no purification whatsoever, no pulling out the plant materials, just dumping it all and sticking it in a bottle. Well, this doesn't exist in any mature market. 4 formulating rooms. If you're going to make 80, if you're even going to make 20 products, most facilities have 1 formulating room. Well, you're not going to be able to make more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products, which is where most people are. In order to make 80, 100 products, or however many you decide, 4 formulating rooms is what is needed, or 3, or at least 2. What you're looking at there is a nano emulsion. That we can get under 200 nanometers. And this is a more common product you'll see in the United States because all our gummy bears and products are now nano-emulsified. More reactors, it gets quite boring when you look. It's not as beautiful as looking at grows. It's just equipment, more just different reactors, soft shell machines. Little video on us making soft gels. These are THC soft gel caps. They come regular, faster absorbing. I think 20 different sizes. Blister packaging machine, an investment into better practices rather than sticking it in a pill bottle. Different downriver packaging equipment. Different secondary packaging equipment. Well, that picture's a little off. Fully automated line, plus checking unit, plus capping for vaporizers. A lot of the European groups are having a big problem, with products that are coming, especially Australia, leakage. Well, from the US market, we sold 25 million in vapes last year in our companies, and none of them leak. So why should you have any leakage? You're gonna lose your business. More packaging equipment, internal lab, microbiology. So this is why we can turn out products on a constant basis. What does 86 products look like on a piece of paper? It looks something like this. Of course, we have our flower lines. Well, we just bought a grow last night. That's what I was doing last night. And this morning you'll see an announcement. I bought an indoor grow in Portugal, EU GMP. But we have flower lines because we can secondary package stuff. That might be an area where Thailand makes sense to me. I could look for a Thai grow that we can bring to all of the different countries. One of the benefits of us, we own our sales teams in all the countries. You'll see announcements. Grünhorn, I signed a 10 million 2-year extract deal. I signed a 5 million extract deal with Cannabiss. These are the number 1 and 2 largest deals ever announced in Europe. All right, but there's no other deals announced. Nobody wanted to take a make or take contract with an extractor in Europe. So we own our sales channels there through these groups. We invested with them $750,000 into Grünhorn, $500,000 I invested into Cannabiss to own their sales teams and distribute. In Australia, we have our own MSLs. So we own that entire line. We have our own sponsorship. We go direct to the doctors in the clinics. And I see a lot of Australians here that I actually know. And so Poland, same. We're direct to the clinic. We own our sales team there. UK, same. Direct to the clinic. We own our sales team there. And that's because we got to write scripts. And so we needed doctors to write scripts on these products. So we have oral drops. We have sprays. We have gel caps. We have edibles coming out. They were just, the first one was made last 2 weeks ago. We have vape cartridges, transdermals, and a gel is being made right now. All different form factors, single strain, sativa, hybrid, to make it simple for people, indica, anything from lower dosages of and CBD dosages to higher THC doses, 50-to-1 dosages. Some CBD lines, distillate and isolate. Who knows which one is going to be the winner for which market? You just don't know because there's emerging markets that may want one over the other. Faster acting formulas. As a matter of fact, you'll see an announcement next week. We just started our in vivo trial. We've already done a white paper. I had to concoct this because most everything in the United States is faster absorbing. So I had to make one for the pharmaceutical market that made sense. This actually passes and starts in the lymphatic and then continues on to your bloodstream, like the normal routes of an edible, but your first hit comes from a lymphatic hit. We also have a mouth-activated faster absorbing that we put inside the edible. The nanoemulsions under 200 nanometers, actually it's at 100 nanometers, encapsulated 5 for 5 now. And so that one is coming out actually shortly also. That just went through stability. We have terpene blends. We make our own terpenes. We have cannabis-derived terpenes. We have natural terpene mixes that we mix. These are used for vaporizers. These are used for oral solutions. There's multiple different versions. And what I did is, we don't show exactly what they are because a lot of people have been copying our stuff. So these are not what you're going to get. What we announced, what will be released in March, first in Australia and UK, and then it'll be followed up in Germany and Poland. You'll see an announcement that comes out and we'll blast that out. By the time they copy that one, we have another one and another one and another one, and it keeps going. Spray version, Sativex generic. I copied it, I made it taste better, and I made it faster absorbing. Gel caps, you can see all the different varieties, fast acting, regular. Vaporizers. I have 28 vaporizers in stability now, live resin, live rosin, distillate, multiple different terpene mixes. As I said, natural terpenes, our terpenes for some markets, some with flavonoid profiles, and and the rest of this month, we're making another 20. So anyways, we do a staged out release. So each country gets a product by product by product over this year. And that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it.